I'm really lucky that I have been in the real estate business since 1989. And I'm lucky because I've seen pre-internet and post-internet, and they are two entirely different worlds. I have had a real interest all my life on land. I love to walk land. Before I got into the business, real estate agents would phone me and invite me along and would sometimes turn to me and say, "What do you think this is worth?" And it turned out that I was spot on, just as an appraiser would be. And I do think that that's sort of a gift to have that rapport with land. Houses can always be fixed. You can build new, but you cannot fudge the land, and I love selling land. There is something about Salt Spring Island that shimmers in the middle of the Salish Sea. It's partly to do with the fact that there are 100 writers on the island. There are actually 400 people singing, if you can just think about that, in some sort of choral thing. Look at all the live musicians that play the gigs around town, and they're all really stellar. Plus the theater people, there's actors. The Salt Spring culture is driven by art. That really changes the dynamic on the island, which is quite something. The interesting thing about the island is that it offers everything. We are an island, so there is definitely waterfront, but we also have high ground, so there's soaring views, the kind of views that eagles live among, that kind of idea. A wow, pow view, I call that. There's also farms, because we left out the other really strong part of the island, which is the foodie paradise. This is a very temperate climate. We have vineyards. People are growing olives, which I find really interesting. And you can therefore have a farm experience. You could live in a Salt Spring version of a suburb, which is not like in a city at all, but it would have a more community feel. It's very important to me to take time. Sometimes I'm really lucky and someone will turn up and they'll be in my car and they'll buy at the end of the day. That does happen. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 years. And for me, it's about patience, because I don't want to sell people just anything. I want to sell them their thing. I just like to come to work, meet all the people who are going to come in and think about coming to Salt Spring Island, which I think offers the eclectic, interesting, artistic soul that we all have. And we get so involved in our day-to-day lives in a city atmosphere and we don't let it out. And I think people who come to Salt Spring know that there's always a little teeny door ajar, and it flies open the minute we get here. Isn't that true? The universe races to meet us.